Sorry, sorry, Carol, didn't hear you then. Sorry.
Yeah, it seemed like it took you a while to get here, so I'm just wondering if you had a lot to say to the team afterward.
No, only a couple of minutes. The lads who didn't start done some running, so I just waited for them to all being together.
Um, Third loss in a row, not the result you were looking for, but the XG tells a different story.
Well, that's probably the most disappointed I've been on the road this season because it's a game that we've give away. Worked extremely hard. The first half they put a lot of balls in the box, had a lot of corners, but we defended them really well. They never opened us up at all. We had the biggest chance in the first half when Wilf had the opportunity, and then I still haven't seen an angle of when Patrick goes through. I don't see any reason why he would go down when he was clean through. When he got the other side of Palacios, and then second half we've had the goal. Well, Leal's had another chance. Well, two chances. One from the corner that get flicked on. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. But we switched off from a throw-in. We just scored the goal. The ball goes out, and we allowed them to throw it into our box and give a really, really poor goal away. And the second was just as poor. If you give goals away like that, then you're not going to get wins on when you travel away from home. And it's a game we should have won. And we've given that game away today.
So when you say give it away, equal offensively and defensively, it sounds like?
No, I mean, listen, I don't mind missing chances. That happens in a game. The hardest thing to do is create chances. And if you're not creating chances, then you've got a big problem. But we're creating chances. Our game plan was good. We created some really good opportunities. Defended our box really well, which we knew we would have to do today. But we switch off for two goals, and it was really poor defensive play from us for them two goals.
You guys have had a lot of shifting around in the back line. Is that making it difficult? And I know you don't want to use excuses.
No, I thought the back line in general played well. I mean, as I say, they defended the box really well, and it wasn't just the back line who was at fault. We didn't get across quick enough from the throw-in, which allows them to throw it into the penalty box. It gets the other side of BB because Westy's not pushed BB on, and we get outnumbered, and it's really poor defensively from us. And then, we don't get our starting position quick enough when they have the ball for the second goal, and they play it in between us, which should never happen. And and then we let the lad come inside, and he puts it in the bottom corner.
Okay, thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Carol.
What is Sam?
So, Coach, this is only the second time during your tenure at Charlotte FC that the team has lost three in a row. Can you tell me just what the mentality is going into the next game, and is it injuries? Is it just the flow of football, or
no? I mean, listen, we won in the week against NCFC. We should have beat New England. We all know that we were a better team by far. I just said to the players last week, I'm okay. I can stand in the dressing room last week and say, yeah, we deserve to get beat. We deserve to get beat by Columbus. We didn't deserve to get beat today. We didn't deserve to get beat against New England. So performance-wise, our performance is there, but unfortunately, when we're travelling away from home, our concentration levels, especially after we scored today, have cost us the game.
Well, speaking of concentration levels, there was. I wanted to know if you talked to Kerwin at all before he entered the match. Obviously, we all heard at home some pretty loud boos, and the Nashville fans still clearly haven't forgiven him.
Sorry for what? I don't understand.
For taking out Walker Zimmerman, even though it wasn't. We all know it was an accident, but the.
No. I didn't hear that myself. Their coaching staff have thanked our club for how we handled the situation. We reached out. We wanted to make sure he was okay. That's an incident that happens in a game, a real unfortunate incident, which was totally accidental.
And then finally, it seemed like the game plan today was to only play Pep for about an hour. How quickly do you think he'll be back to fitness?
Yeah, he'll be back to full fitness now. I mean, it was probably a risk to start him today, but in my head, once I'd spoke to him and he was okay to play, then it was always going to be about 65 minutes. Otherwise, with 3 games in in a week, you probably put him more at risk. So I thought we handled that well with him today.
Thanks, Coach. Safe travels.
Cheers, thanks, Sam.
All right, we'll in with Steve.
Just like to get your impressions on Shaquille and his integration with the team to this point.
He's coming really well. There's a lot of coaching I can do with him. I thought he showed some real good attributes today. He went around the outside a few times, put some decent crosses in. He defended okay. I need to work on him in the back line. He sometimes drops a little bit earlier than the others, and you'll probably see that in the second goal. But all in all, he'll be a good signing for us.
And with Liel, that was a nice goal that he created and scored there. But more than a few times, I mean, it's just technique-wise, he's leaning back a little bit and putting a lot of balls over that he should be able to put on frame as well. Is that something that the coaches work with?
Yeah, no, we're working on finishing and all the time. And it was I was really pleased with the goal because it was set up in terms of how we were going to press them. We wanted to force the straight ball into midfield. Brant Bronico went and won the ball and towed it through to Liel, and he scored, made a great finish, and then, unfortunately the 1v1, he's just missed that, and he knows he should be hitting the target from the corner as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, the one wide, but I mean, he kept that one low. There's like here in Charlotte last time, and then again tonight, he's just kind of gets caught sometimes leaning a little too far back and putting him over the frame, not even with. The other one was close to the pole, just outside. But it just, that was just, a technique thing that sometimes, whether that's lack of concentration or just the moment. And also just with the pitch, a lot of players from both sides were going down early. And then even later on in the match, did you find any issues with the
No, I thought the pitch was great, to be honest. It was in great condition. There was a couple of players that slipped, but then I always say that's maybe their boots. They always wear these flashy boots now rather than probably ones that are the right ones for the pitch.
The old 1-inch screw-ins.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see a pair of black boots every now and again.
Thanks.
Cheers, thank you, Steve.